Alright guys, this is a bit of a cheat on how to fill up the transmission with oil on a big dump truck like this, but it also applies to most trucks this size. And this particular transmission is the Eaton Fuller 13-speed. This happens to be the S2500 International truck, but it's the exact same procedure for my other truck, the white truck, with the Spicer 5-speed with a 2-speed axle. So basically, to fill up the transmission, there's a plug underneath, and it's kind of on the side. But the problem is that you need to have a pump to pump the oil in, because it's at the side. There's no way you can actually put a funnel and then try to dump the transmission fluid. It's just impossible. So what I do is I cheat and I fill it all the way from the top. So I took out these screws that hold this the boot, and then that gives you access to the transmission shift stick. And this stick just has actually 4 bolts. 1, 2, 3, 4. On my other truck, there's actually 8, I think. There's 2 on one corner, 2 on the other, and 1 on each corner. Okay, so that's 6. Yeah, there's 6. But anyways, and then I just stick the funnel in here and easily dump transmission oil from the top here. Now, you can't, with this method, it's harder to see if or when the transmission is full, but it's a manual transmission. It's an old transmission. You can't ruin it by putting a bit too much oil, so it's not a problem at all. Now, one advice, the important thing about this procedure is that you have the transmission in neutral, because that makes it easy to put the shift stick back on. If you take it off while it's in gear, then you'd have to match it to that gear, which can be pretty much impossible. So if you do happen to forget that and take it off in gear, you can just move the shift levers So there's the shift levers there. That's neutral. So you can just move them by hand, or sometimes use a pry bar if it's too hard to move by hand. Back to neutral. Now, some people, they're afraid of overfilling the transmission. So what you could also do is you could find that filler plug, take it off, and then have a helper stay there underneath the truck looking, and then you keep filling it through the top here until it starts dripping off from the side, and then it's at the right level. Me here, I just put a bunch of transmission oil in, and that's it. Having too much oil is definitely thousands of times better than having low oil. These transmissions, they're very expensive, and it's just a very, very big job to change one. So you don't want to lose one because you forgot to put oil in. So I hope this helps. Again, I haven't seen anybody do it this way. And again, there might be some people that are very concerned, you can't overfill the manual transmission. I've done it for years, and I've never seen a problem. I've disassembled them, and everything seems to be fine. This transmission actually has a few air controls, so it's a bit different than the 5-speed. The 5-speed is just manual. It's just 100% manual. So you could fill it all the way to the top and you wouldn't have a problem. This here with the air controls, I'm pretty sure I won't have any problems, but I guess it's a personal choice. I just, like I said, just fill it all the way to the top. Now, if it's on automatic, if it's a modern piece of garbage, you can't do that because there's a bunch of sensors. Then the oil could go on the sensors, and everything goes to hell from that. But with these old-fashioned transmissions, it's just mechanical. You just throw oil in it. That's what I do.